Just across the Cumberland River from those neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's our visitors and the Tennessee Titans. Sideline, a look at the Raiders head coach. His team fired up and ready for this one. On the other side, it's the Tennessee head coach. This guy come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. Off we go from Nashville. Now return coming from the 7. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the former number 2 overall pick. That was back in 2015, Marcus Mariota.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Third down and 9. Walker brought in motion.
Panther 60.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That is brought in. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. Not what you want to see quarter 1 of week 1. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Count.
They'll run. It's Murray. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of
3rd and 9.
Third down and 9.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that one is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Could they have called the push-off there? The Titans punting unit comes out to the field. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And their quarterback is the all-time leading passer for the Raiders, Derek Carr, the veteran.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stick with him again. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, Not this one. They stop him for no gain. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. Not what you want to see. Quarter one of week one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Carr. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Carr working out of the gun. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the 1st down.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you can see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack. He knew exactly what play was coming. But I think this changes his play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards, stay on track. You don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's AFL.
Hard to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And then they'll set up 4th down. The Raiders send their punt team out, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to pin them back out of bounds inside the 10. Titans offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. We'll see if they want to attack things here. Back out deep in their own head. It's 1st and 10. It's incomplete. They'll come out here on 2nd down and 5. To throw. This is playing just gets that line down and full.
Very comfortable operating out of the gun. And he's able to find his man near the sideline. And he's able to extend this drive.
Physical rush.
You know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. In this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good game.
A change over for Murray. Nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
That's a heck of a stop there defensively, Mike. 2nd and inches, you're thinking the 1st down is pretty much a formality. Not this defense. They pin it in tight. They sell out on the run. And they're going to force this team to snap it again. 3rd down.
And you will have a Titans 1st down. It appears that we did get by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. On the ground, and a good show of force there. He gets 4 yards out of that one. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. Not what you want to see. Quarter one of week one. From the 38 now, here's second down and 5. Catch made there, left side by Walker. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll try to sneak it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one. That's good for a Titan first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he broke through the initial contact. Winds up getting about 3. It's second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Handoff here, up the middle. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well. Well, when you call a screen play, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards. But that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Here's the punter now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Raiders offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. Oh, a loose football. The Titans may have recovered, yes. Tennessee ball.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They start with outstanding field position, trying to get the first points of this game. It'll be 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. Not what you want to see. Quarter one of week one. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Open man is Davis. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 7.
That's good for a Titans 1st down. 1st and goal.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
1st and goal, and it's Henry. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Although I would have liked to have seen them throw the ball on one of the 2 prior downs, now after getting stopped twice, Mike, they haven't gained an inch on the ground. I think on 3rd down, you have no choice but to put the ball in the hands of your quarterback.
He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Tennessee. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And not much doing on this return. Good coverage. He'll stop him in his tracks. Right at the 15-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And their 2 drives so far not good. Punt, lost fumble. Trying to make amends here on drive number 3. They'll begin here on the ground. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
Oakland, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now, and he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. So, 1st quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Titans out to the early lead. We're back in Music City after this. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football. 2nd and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. Now, 2nd down throw from Carr. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. 3rd down, 3 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
93.
Throwing is Carr. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
A gain of 7. 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Raider 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now, what's that?
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. This has been some kind of march downfield now, and they pay it off with 6. It's 1st and goal. Here's a run, and he barrels his way into the end zone. Marshawn Lynch, touchdown Raiders.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Now the try for an extra point. He's got it, and the Raiders will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Titans offense getting set to get back to work. Greg, when you look at the AFC South, there's an appreciation for what the Houston Texans have done. A couple of different quarterbacks, a couple of different head coaches. They've really been the team over the last several years that has been the team to beat in this division. And for the others, there's been moments. The question is, what pieces can they put together to try and knock Houston off the top?
Yeah, and you know, nobody wants to be in a room, right, Mike? Your coach got fired probably for a reason. You're drafted at the top of the draft order for a reason. Typically means things didn't go great. But if you're going to rebuild, I'll tell you, you want to do it in a division where there's a lot of wins on your schedule, and that's certainly the AFC South over the last couple of years. So as bad as things feel with your Jacksonville and Tennessee, the fact that there's not a big dog in your division, your ability to find yourself climbing up the ladder is not as far as away as it might seem in the moment.
And Greg, I've heard you say a bunch of times, if you have a quarterback, you have a chance. Well, both of the teams at the bottom of the division last year, Jacksonville and Tennessee, they've got #1 overall picks as their quarterbacks. One who's been around for a bit in Trevor Lawrence, and one who's recently been drafted in Cam Ward. They have to be #1 overall pick performers for these teams to come challenge at the top.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And with Trevor Lawrence, like, we've seen him play top-tier #1 overall, got a big new contract, and we've seen him play franchise quarterback level ball. It just hasn't been frequent enough. And then, of course, in Tennessee with Cam Ward, we're not sure what it's going to look like, but we knew in college he was incredible. So if they get the Cam Ward we saw last year at Miami, if he brings that culture-changing presence on and off the field in that locker room to Tennessee, you wouldn't be surprised to see Jacksonville and Tennessee higher up that list.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That one on target to Davis. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down. Gonna go right back to Henry. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Now a screen set up for Henry. Whoa. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
That's complete on the tight end screen. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The Titans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
And good red zone running here, taking it inside the 10-yard line. Pickup of 8.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. No turning to hand this one off. And they continue to churn out 1st downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up into this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Well, they turn around and they decide to give it to the big fullback this time to try to get it over the goal line, but this defense proves there is not a lot of room to operate down here close.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Henry trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Half yard, that's all they need on this 3rd and goal. They'll run the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Marcus Mariota, touchdown Titans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
The extra point, up and good. And the Titans will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. The Raiders offense. And their running back set to go once more. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title, but you have to remember 2 other teams in this division won double-digit games last year. So the question is, are the Chargers and the Broncos that far behind Kansas City?
You know, it sounds crazy. When you mentioned you did 9 in a row, you think, oh, they're just going to continue to run away with it. But I'm actually fascinated by this division. I think LA and Denver are a lot closer to this year's version of Kansas City, maybe than there's a lot of talk about around the rest of the league. So until someone beats them, you'd be crazy to not pick Kansas City. But last year it was a 4-game and a 5-game spread between them. I think this year, come down the stretch, that spread is going to be a lot tighter.
No, Greg, I'm thinking if I'm a fan or even in the front office for the Chargers or the Broncos or the Raiders, do I build my team to try to knock off the king of the hill? Because you only play Kansas City 2 of those 17 games. So how do you factor that into your construction?
Yeah, I think it's such a great point. It's really fascinating to dive into. And while I wouldn't necessarily build my roster to just beat Kansas City or to just beat whoever you view as the top team in the division, you do want to find some commonalities among your 3 division opponents and make sure you are built to play within your division. That's 6 of the 17 now. Winning the division, you get you home playoff games. There's a lot on the line when you win your division and compete for that title. So yes, every team has to build their roster. If you have a bunch of really good quarterbacks, you better be able to rush the passer and play pass coverage. If you're playing a lot of ground and pound, big running backs, you better be really good on the inside in defense and be able to defend the run. So there's themes across every division, and the teams that are built to compete within the division are usually the teams that find themselves in the playoffs. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. Going right, it's taken in. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7
From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
The 42-yard line.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Less than a yard.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
The field goal unit is out for the Titans. This will be from 56 yards away. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Titans build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Good job in coverage. They're going to get them down short of the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. So, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
Yeah, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Play action now. It's caught. That's caught downfield by Cooper. And they'll have a first down and definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line. Carr trying to get his guys to the line of scrimmage.
21 yards. And an Oakland first down.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal. He's taken down at the 7. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
At the 7-yard line.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. From the shotgun, it's caught. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. A second effort, and he is in. Marshawn Lynch. Touchdown, Raiders. What a start to the year. His second touchdown in this opening half.
This is the type of start you dream about as a kid, Mike. First NFL catch, and it goes for a touchdown. I mean, you can't make it up. You got to imagine he's got to be rolling right now, and I'd go right back to him.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
Raiders 14.
Get your money up. I'm the money down. On all of us. On my people down. On what I love.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no return here. This is a touchback. The Titans offense and Derrick Henry heading onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He takes off. And nice work there. Go into a slide and gain about 7. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second as they'll stop with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Second down, they need 3. Now they'll set up to throw. Got it open downfield on the crossing route. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. It's clear whatever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's third and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim. So there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee, take this on into the locker room. Halftime coming up, and we'll take it out of Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin in Foxborough. The Patriots at home to take on the reigning AFC champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. And this is Brandon Cooks. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Pats wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. From there, why don't we go out to the space city of Houston, looking in on the Texans as they host the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this is Deshaun Watson. One of 2 touchdown passes for him in this first half. This one's gone to halftime, and it's the Texans trying to win the home opener. They have the lead at halftime. One more to show you. Let's go to Cleveland. It's the Browns hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is the Steelers quarterback. He'll decide to scramble here, and that's the right call. He's in from 9 yards out. The Steelers with the lead in the opener at the half. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these 2 sides through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
3 points, all that separates these 2 sides as half number 2 kicks off. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him. Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run. He can still make every catch. He can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Raiders.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of New York Jets.
Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for. Now it's going to be third down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Titans offense and Derrick Henry heading onto the field. Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball at 6-yard, 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg. It just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just a stop. Well, that's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped him. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you want a coin toss.
Oh, they followed up. Taken down. They got him.
Once looked like a promising drive. They hit a little bit of a rock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes. But now on 3rd and goal, following that second down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
He'll throw it back. And he'll be out of bounds. Well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up with that. Following the play, the Raider is shaken up down there. He'll get himself down, but this is not how you want to begin a new game. He is 2 for 2. The kick is good. And on the third lead.
Just pulling that kick there, but offense and some defensive side of your thinking. Find a way to finish this drive. Maybe first and goal and settle for 3. That could be very deflating for an offense. Settling for too many field goals.
Get a good on 20. At the 2. Raiders offense starts out in the next possession. That's 6 points. Touchdown here. Money line off. See what they do on this drive. First and 10. Here's Carr. That's the middle. Intercepted. His offense is going to be offset with a
Just to see his weapons make a better job, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
The Titans offense and Marcus Mariota set to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart, and it has borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Offense staying put. They will go for 2.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. He'll swing that out wide, and he finds his way to the end zone again. Scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend the lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy is better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Patterson now to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Raiders offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And the Raider 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
Carr now to throw on 1st down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
A 28-yard gain. 1st down, Raiders.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
Up the middle they go. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down, 1st and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
from 6 yards out. It's first and goal.
What? That's it.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Marshawn Lynch. Touchdown, Oakland. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. And make it 3 touchdowns now. Remember, he caught the one earlier. That's his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The kick is good. And the Raiders are back to within 7. It's 28-21. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Titans offense and their running back set to go once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Murray. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the ground, it's Murray. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. And he will have a Titans 1st down. At least it appears that way. Got it by maybe the length of a football.
Roll! Let's go now.
They'll go again here with Henry. And this tackle that he pushes forward, it'll give him 4 yards.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the 1st down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one. From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. 1st down for Tennessee.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Derrick Henry on the handoff. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
From the 33, here's second and 8.
Here we go, shot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll swing this out wide to Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They gain 18 yards on that one. That's good for a Titan first down.
At the 16-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Henry tries to pull his way in. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Derrick Henry, touchdown Titans. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Makes the score Titans 35, Raiders 21.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Patterson now to return it. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense ready for this next possession. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Trying to start on the ground. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. Second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup.
Here's Carr.
Brings up second and 7.
Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Down late. Try to get to the line quickly.
7 on the play. First down, Raiders.
On first down, Carr moving to his right. He runs with it. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
Out of bounds at the 47.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 6.
Second and 6.
Handoff here, up the middle. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
Carr working out of the gun. Open man, left side. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
26 yards. And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
First down throw for Carr. That one to the end zone, but incomplete. Second and 10.
He was covered by Kevin Byard.
Back is Carr. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3.
That's another
Carr to throw. That is caught, and he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Raiders. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Extra point attempt still to come. He gets it to go, and the Raiders back within 7. It's 35-28. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Titans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Going to go right back to Henry. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game. Force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8. Carr. Quick throw, taken in. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Raider 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Now a give up the middle, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Play action now. It's caught. There's that man again. Another catch. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do. And, man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That's caught left side. It's complete. And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. First and goal coming up. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it. Over 300 yards passing in this one. Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown, since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is first down and goal. Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1. Ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. Go play action with Carr. That is hot. What a job to keep the play alive. Touchdown, Oakland. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? This taken in at the 8-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man is Davis. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
And the Titans, first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. Now inside the 25. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Extra point try now for Succa. The kick is good. And the Titans will go up by 7.
42. Raiders 35.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken, Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Patterson now to return it. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Carr. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good game. On 1st down, they pick up 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down, Carr. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
Now, Carr. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a pickup of 44 yards. And an Oakland 1st down.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now, 2nd down throw from Carr. He's hit as he throws. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
This is intercepted. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, the quarterback trying to find somebody open there, but that time, instead of finding his running back, it goes back the other way for a defensive score.
Mike, I think this is just one of those cases where the quarterback's just a little too casual with the throw. He kind of goes to his running back late on the check down. He never sees the defender until he's chasing him on his way for the touchdown.
Suck up for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Titans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Raiders 35.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Patterson now to return it. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to air this one out, looking for Cooper. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend that lead.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Off play action, he'll set up to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A gain of 6.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And they've got it at the 19-yard line. They're into the red zone and still on the march. 1st down picked up.
And that's kind of a double whammy of sorts for this defense. Not only do you not get the 3rd down stop, but now this offense, Mike, they're able to bleed even more clock down with this fresh set of downs.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
still first down.
Okay, ready?
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5.
Ready?
This is Henry. And the Titans are going to be set up 1st and goal. Nice run, getting them down to the 6.
That's another Titan.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. On the ground, it's Murray. And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Titans. That is 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener. This has got to feel good, Greg. You open at home and a great performance with one more touchdown added on top.
Not many better ways, Mike, than to create some excitement amongst your fan base than to have a great home opener. Every team works all off-season. They stress it during training camp. Let's get off to a great start, and then all of a sudden you're able to do it in front of your home crowd. Man, this has been a really impressive performance.
Titans 56, Raiders 35.
Now whistles here, and a penalty. Somebody moved early up front. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Patterson now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. On 1st and 10, Carr. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Carr. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. They'll try to go up tempo here as they hustle to the line.
Raider, first down. A gain of 21 yards.
Carr now to throw on 1st down. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
The Titans offense back onto the field for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Murray. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and will take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
At the 45-yard line.
2nd and 7. A chance here for Murray. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
46-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
Walker brought in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Smith. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Shut up!
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee.
Here we go.
Second and 11.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
So it's a win here for the Titans. A move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Titans winners here in Music City as we say so long from Nashville.